Hold on. We live.
We live, we live. How my
Yep.
mic sound? We live.
Mic check, mic check.
Like we
Sound
in the
good.
booth, baby.
Stay
How's
in
everybody
tune.
doing? Was Gucci? Was Gucci? How you doing, E?
I'm good. Oh, you know what? Let me actually
Am I referring you to AI Erik, the AI specialist, or AI Erik, the artist? Because
I
I
know, right?
heard
Where's that
you got a
AI?
music video out. We're gonna talk about that later in the show, people, because you know AI Erik is over here doing some phenomenal
I want to
things.
share the show. Go ahead. You could do the intro while I figure out how to share the show.
Okay. So, hello, people. Hello. You already know where you at, and if you don't know, you are on the Stay in Tuned show. We are not a podcast. We are a show. We are on the Stay in Tuned show where culture, business, and real life collide. You already know, and if you don't know, I'm your host Germaine Boss. This is my co-host right here, AI Erik, who's trying to get the live going
I
on
know.
on the Facebook. And this is where we talk about an array of topics, mainly AI and business. But we're here just keep you in tune on what's going on in the world, so that you can make informed decisions for your life. So before we get started, let me read this quick disclaimer, like we do every show, so you already know. Everything you hear on the Stand 2 podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. We are only sharing ideas and our opinions. This is not professional advice. Always do your own research and make sure you make decisions that fit your life. Now let's get into it and let's stay in tune, people. So you already know. So how's your weekend? How's your week going so far, E?
So far, so good. All right, so I got the link. I'm going to just post this on,
Got the link.
just to post it on Facebook real quick. Say we live.
So for
Watch.
anybody that didn't see our previous shows today, we definitely gonna have a special guest in the building. We're gonna be bringing the one and only Dwayne Brown, our brother Dwayne Brown. He's gonna be
Yes,
breaking
yes.
down some of the things that we like to talk about as far as using these AI tools and how he utilized it in his business. But before we get started, talking about that AI, we just want to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world right now, with this government shutdown, man. I know a lot of people out here is being affected by this government shutdown. A lot of people are panicking. They don't know what to do. They were unprepared for this. But I like to tell people all the time, things like this happen on a continuous basis. If you look at the patterns, whether it's every 4 or 5 years, I'm not going to say how many years in between, but there's always some situation that people don't expect that comes about. So what we want to talk about is, what does this show us, and how can we prepare for things like this in the future? So how can we prepare for things like this in the future, E? What do you think? As far as people being able to be prepared for situations that they have no control over, where, and let's put it in perspective, right? First, before we get into how we're going to prepare ourselves, let's talk about who this is affecting, right? So first off, which a lot of people know, it's affecting social services benefits, right? So people that get social services, food stamps, Medicaid, things like that, insurance, it's affecting them, and now they're not able to pay their bills. A lot of people are not actually able to eat out here because they're dependent on these food stamps, and they don't got them. And out of
Yeah.
nowhere, this happened. So it's not like they was prepared for it, right? Then we have government contracts. Anyone that has a government contract, whether it's in schools, um, you know, any type of business that might have a contract with the government, they're also not getting paid. But even though the services still need to be rendered, people are not getting paid their checks. Another big one that a lot of people don't know is being affected by this is landlords, right? So if people are not able to pay their rent, who else is not getting paid? Landlords, right? So the landlords are not able to pay their bills. And then we also have the military personnel and their family members, right? These are also people that work for the government who are also not getting paid. Now, all these people are out here and they're struggling right now. They're trying to figure out, what should we do in a situation like this? Or how do we prepare in right now, so when situations like this happen, we have a safety net, right? So first, let's talk about it, E. What do you think? What do you think people should do to
Oh,
be
man.
prepared for stuff like this?
It's really different. It's so difficult because for so long people have relied on some form of assistance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? even people to me making money who was making 150,000. There's some form of assistance in you knowing someone, your family knowing someone, because you know majority of the time you know things are not fair. So just for particularly Black, Brown, and Latinos, I think this affects us more than anybody. When he cut the DEI thing off, 300,000 Black women got fired, and I ain't even gonna say laid off. They got fired because of that, and that's still taking a major effect. CBS just today, someone I seen the video today got so-called laid off, but it was really a firing, and it seemed to be it was all the Black people that got fired from CBS, so-called laid off, and because of this DEI thing and the government shutdown, all this is affecting to me us more than anybody, and long term it's going to affect. Even though I know they be saying white people's on welfare, I don't think this really got too much to do with welfare. I know the SNAP does, the SNAP program does, and that's why all of a sudden there seem to be funding this thing a little bit now. You know, I know the judge said you have to, so they know they have to. But I'm gonna tell you, in order to prepare yourself, I believe that, I mean, like I said, I believe in the next 10 years, you better look at entrepreneurship. You better look at being able to do multiple things, know multiple things. I just believe you have to start reading and getting into a different mindset that we've always been in, because it's only about, like, you know, you could basically say 5 to 7 companies, because if I just seen a map of $1 trillion that's actually generated, starting from NVIDIA to OpenAI to Oracle to Microsoft. It's just the 5 companies, $1 trillion is moving between them. And those are and you know, it's like these rich people are just playing games, and like, because it shouldn't be a government shutdown right now. It doesn't have to be. And I know I might sound biased because I know the Democrats are fighting for healthcare, because if they don't get this healthcare thing situated, the premiums are really going to double and triple, and it's going to kill a lot of people. As far as really people are going to die because of the affordability. A lot of people are not going to be able to get health insurance. A lot of people are going to have to choose and come off of it. We'll take one child, one husband might not be on it. That part is going to be, and that's why the Democrats are fighting for that part, because that's all they want, is let us just keep that, because no other plan has ever seemed to pop up. You know what I'm saying? I know they say that Obamacare is terrible, but nobody else has come up with a plan, it seems like. So, you know, I don't care who come up with a better plan. To me, America seems to be, I don't understand why we pay for healthcare, to be honest with you. It seems like most other countries don't.
But we're in a capitalistic system, so you know,
but yet we give money to different other places who got free healthcare. It seems like we pay for particular other countries for their free healthcare, but yet we don't have.
It's a very big industry. We already know we don't cure, we medicate, right? So, you know, without that industry, there's millions upon trillions of dollars that wouldn't be in our system because of that type of system. But it's like you said, like, with us understanding all of these things, right? What you're basically saying is we have no control over the healthcare system. We have no control over
we don't have no control over that.
We have no control over anything.
And,
right?
Oh, that's what I'm saying, over anything. I mean, even in the SNAP program, the
your own personal life and your own personal family, right? So it's funny because I was talking to my mother about this the other day, and it's like, you know, it's a hard conversation in a lot of Black families to talk about what I'm about to bring up, because people don't like to live in the reality of stuff. It's like everybody wants to talk about how bad things are till you're talking directly to them about how bad it is in their personal situation, and then they don't want to talk about it no more, right? So during COVID, there was a lot of people that died, but how many of those people had life insurance? And if they had life insurance and had a great policy, their family, even though their family might miss them, their family could have became wealthy because of their passing, right? But this is something that our communities don't like to talk about. You know, getting a life insurance policy, not just to bury someone, but to look at it as an investment for the future of the family.
The blueprint has been in our face forever.
Yes, it has, but we don't like to have these type of conversations.
Yeah.
I think because a lot of people say we're not educated, but I don't think it's that anymore. We got the internet. It's just that people don't like to talk about certain things because it makes them
I
more
believe
comfortable.
we've lost our way as far as spirituality, our inner selves. Like I got this device coming that I just brought to help me meditate better because I know for a fact that will help change my life because it already did. But I had lost my way as far as really getting back into meditating every day. And I actually have a device right here that I used to use that used to help me a lot. But it's old and I don't like it no more. And I don't like the way it works. So
Well, real quick, E, not to cut your wisdom. Let the people know because there's a lot of people out here that I realize all the time they don't even know what meditation is. They think that's some type of
I know
practice that's weird and ungodly. So
and that's crazy because and you know what's crazy? That's one of the things that actually got me out of the church. Because I know in the Bible it says something about Jesus went to meditate, but a lot of Christians say no, not that meditation. Well, what meditation was he talking about? Because to me, meditation is just a place where you go where you can leave this earthliness for a moment and catch your breath and basically get in tune with your body and your breath. And what happens is it could go further than that, but that's for like me and you me and you're talking.
Let's try to simplify because what you said is true, but that's what confuses people, right? When you talk about spirituality and leaving yourself, and that confuses people, right? So let's simplify meditation as just trying to be quiet and quiet your mind. That's all you're doing. You're just sitting there and trying to not talk to yourself, right? Because it's very difficult to not talk to yourself, right?
And even with 1,000 things going through your mind, just trying to get clear those things and not think about nothing.
Yes, center yourself on looking at maybe a bright light because like when you close your eyes, a lot of times you see a light or you see something. Focus on that one point and trying to quiet your mind. Now, why do people do meditation, right? Meditation, the purpose of meditation and quieting your mind is to gain more control over yourself. Because if you realize our thoughts run rampant all day long, they're constantly saying this and constantly saying that and making us have feelings and all this. So the goal is to remind your body, because most people don't realize that their body is moving on automatic programming, the things that you've continuously programmed yourself to do, and you don't even realize you're just doing it automatically. So when you learn to meditate, you learn to catch yourself, center yourself, quiet your own mind so that you can then focus on what it is that you're doing. So these little things that we're talking about right here, such as meditation, are just practices that were taken from us and basically considered negative so that we couldn't utilize them for our benefit, such as meditation, such as life insurance, right? Such as saving. A lot of people, they say don't save or all you should do is save. No, you shouldn't just save, because you just save. You're eventually going to spend what you save, right? So you want to invest. But
die with your money just saved up and never spent it.
But you do need money for a rainy day, right? So you don't want to be going through situations like what just happened with the government shutdown, and you don't have enough money for yourself. So you should have 6 months to a year's worth of savings to protect yourself in lieu of a crisis, right? Now, how do you get there? Saving 20 to 30% of your money. A lot of people don't think that's possible, but if you do it automatically, take it directly out your check. Even if you only get food stamps, take out 20% of your food stamps and put them to the side. Don't spend it. Save something for a rainy day. Don't spend everything you have and then wonder why you don't have something the next time you need something, right? So it's about being practical and actually thinking ahead of situations instead of consistently depending on what I like to call slave master or whoever it is that is giving you what you need to sustain yourself and believe that you can do it for yourself. So what are you on welfare? That don't mean you can't own stocks. You know what I'm saying? So what? You make $100,000 a year, but all the money is going to your children's college fund and your 401k. You can still put a little money aside in some crypto and start building your own account and test things out to see if your investments work with the stuff that you study. You got to start to try to use your brain and stop being so afraid of learning something new so you give someone else the power over everything. You give someone else the power over your investment. You give someone else the power over your job and paying your paycheck. You give someone else the power over even just making normal decisions on a daily basis on what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat because of what they're saying on TV, man. Stop. Understand that the powers that be run everything and they control everything. And their goal is to make money. I'm not here to just bash everybody and talk about how they want to destroy us and all that, but do understand it's about commerce. It's about making money. And if making money means that I got to tell you something that's not true because on TV it's considered entertainment, which means I don't have to completely tell you the truth, right? Just because it's on TV don't mean it's true because it's considered entertainment. So I can lie to you straight to your face on the news if I want to. Why? Because it's still considered entertainment. So when you can have your own discernment, start thinking for yourself and start making some quick moves for yourself, this is how you can start to elevate your life. So real quick, let me give y'all some quick tips real quick. I just wanted to give y'all real quick on ways you can make some money no matter who you are in your own spare time to make some money for yourself so you can better you and your family, right? So number one, a lot of people don't know you can rent out things you don't use or things that you have in excess, right? So for instance, everybody knows the car play, right? If you got a car you don't use or you're not driving your car every day, you can rent out your car, right? There's apps that you can rent out your car on. Now, I'm not going to give you all the apps because we don't have a lot of time today, but I'm just giving you these things. You can Google them, and these are things that you can actually do to make yourself some money. So you can rent out your car. Everybody knows that, all right? Well, a lot of people don't know you could also rent out photography gear and video gear, your cameras, your tripod, all those different things that a lot of these guys don't have the money to buy. They're willing to rent them out, and you can also rent those out. You can rent out tools and equipment. People that that fix houses and people that build and people that, mow lawns. They might need a lawnmower. You can rent that out. You can also rent out extra space in your home, right? Or even your garage. You can rent out storage space in your garage because there's people that don't want to go to the local storage. They'd rather go up the block or go someone around the corner or just go someone with a cheaper rate. So there's a lot of things that you can do as far as taking the spare stuff in your house or the spare space in your house and just make a little extra money so that you can save it for a rainy day or invest it for that rainy day that's coming in the future with things like this in the government shutdown. So I just wanted to drop that quick knowledge on y'all real quick, just to give y'all perspective on it's no time to be waiting for anyone to do anything for you. Today is the day to start doing things for yourself and believing in yourself. This is part of the reason we're bringing on the guest that we're about to bring on, because he's a person that no matter what life did, no matter how much you tried to beat him down, whether it was business or whatever was going on, he found a way to overcome it, and not only overcome it, but strive. And now AI has changed the whole situation where he's able to do things he didn't even know was possible. He's not even a computer person like that. I know because I used to do a lot of computer things for him. But now he don't need none of that. He got exactly what he need with this AI, stuff that we're about to talk about in a few minutes. So before we bring our guest on, is there anything you want to tell the people real quick?
For those in Mount Vernon or Westchester, we got Mount Vernon Library, November 22nd, 2 p.m. We're going to do a 2-hour AI workshop, AI presentation on artificial intelligence, the tools you could use to benefit, and on ethics. So
what's the date again? Say that date one more time.
November 22nd, 2025, Mount Vernon Library, 2 p.m.
2 p.m., November 22nd, 2 p.m. at Mount Vernon Library. Make sure y'all go there, man. This is a free event. Everybody ain't willing to go out there and give y'all this information for free. I know Erik charged a lot of money for this.
I tell you this. Everybody's been really, what's AI? I tell you this. It should be a packed house because to me, I'm telling you, B, this is something where if you don't end up understanding what's going on now, you're going to be used, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be used. So once again, Dwayne Brown, I knew him.
Dwayne Brown.
I knew Dwayne for probably over 25 years. We actually used to have a spot next door to each other on 4th Avenue when he was just selling balloons. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had our little storefront and everything. So we're going to go ahead and bring D. You want to introduce him and give him an introduction, man?
So you already know I'm about to bring up the legendary Mr. Dwayne Brown himself, former president of the Chamber of Commerce, new president of, I don't even know the new organization that he's president of, because he's always the president of something. He's always building something new. He's innovative. He got the firest most. I mean, when you're talking about event spaces, not just an event space, an event experience, there's no one else that I would call if I was trying to do the most professional and the most esteemed event out there. None other than my guy, Dwayne Brown. Let's bring him on right now. What's Gucci, Bray? What's Gucci, Dwayne? What's Gucci? What's Gucci?
What up, big?
Yo, I think you should apply for that Nick job, yo. That starting job.
And I didn't even write it down. I was off the brain. What's good, bro?
It's an honor. It's an honor, man. How you guys doing tonight?
Everything's
Everything
good,
good.
man. Happy to bring you into the building. Even though I gave you the crazy announcement for the people that don't know you and don't know who you are, just give the people a little bit of who you are, the name of your company, what it is that you do, and how they can find you.
I have a few companies, but our main was D&K Events. I'm an event planner. I've been doing events for about 25 years. We have our own event space called Double Door Event Space. We have a little small printing company, and my wife's an attorney, so we have a little law firm that we try to manage and keep it moving. So, just trying to get better every day and build companies day by day.
Okay. So when you say you have an event space, you have a printing company, and you say your wife is also a lawyer, so you have your own practice as well.
Yeah, she has her own practice. Yeah, so I support it, help. It's a part of our.
How is it working together with your wife? Because I know y'all do a lot of work together as well as separate. So how is it in? Because a lot of people out here say you can't work with your spouse, right? So how do
Before
you
you answer that, let me just say I did my first AI presentation at Dwayne spot, just so y'all know.
Yeah, I mean that's part of giving back. I mean, and making sure we're a unit. We all gotta grow together. So when y'all two come with me with something, I'm in. I'm in. But how's listen, it's a challenge, right? I respect her talent more than anything first. So she's my wife, but she was a lawyer before I met her, right?
Mhm.
So that come first. So I'm working with a professional, and it's ups and downs, but it works. So for me, it works. It's a great
do you
environment.
feel do you feel that when you, like you said, she was a lawyer before you met her and you was dealing with a professional, do you feel that inspired you or helped you to make your business more professional, or inspired you to make your business want to grow more so that you can do more with your wife? Or you just figured that this is something you was already inspired to do, so I don't really need her influence to be able to build this on my own?
No, I mean, I was gonna do this. I was striving to do this before I met her. She was the missing piece that put it together. No one can do anything by itself. I played a dynamic role, and I was missing her dynamic role. It's the ultimate level. One, she's an attorney, so there's things that I never have to worry about, and there's a financial side that I never have to worry about. I trust where my money is. I trust everything about her and what she got going on. So she filled the role that was missing. That yeah, without her, I think I don't think I'm on the it'd be tough. And maybe not, but she made it better to for our company to grow.
Well, I feel like that's a wonderful thing because a lot of people don't really want to champion and talk about how important the relationship that you have when you're looking to build a business is, when you're looking not just building it from the ground up, but trying to sustain it. So, with that being said, we was talking about the AI, right? So let's get into it. So, okay, so we know that running the type of business that you have, and a lot of people don't know this, but having an event space is different than being an event planner, right?
Yeah.
It's a completely different
Yeah.
situation. Matter of fact, touch into that a little bit because a lot of people don't understand the difference, because that's a very big difference.
Yeah, so I'm 50 years old. I've been doing this since I was 20, 22, 23, right? So I have about 25, 20 years in the business. So I've seen it go from A to Z and back and forth. So there's just a different dynamics. I have an event space, but I run an event planning company. We have a rule. If I'm at Double Door, we're failing because my job is not to be there. My job is to advertise, promote, market, stuff like that. So, the more you see me, the less I can pay because that means I'm doing the work that you should be doing. So there's a problem right there.
Mhm.
There's a difference. Being an event planner is organizing things and making sure things is where they need to be. And running a business is hiring an event planner to do those things.
So how many different things would you say is needed to be able to run an event planning business? Like what type of categories are we in besides actually scheduling appointments and then maybe advertising? If you had AI agents or employees, how many different type of employees would you need to be able to even run that business?
So I'm blessed that over the years we do everything in-house, right? So we don't outsource anything. We keep everything in-house. For me, I'm about 7 to 10 people
Okay.
to make my business functional and what I needed to do for me.
So with the AI agents, how many of those particular services or jobs were you able to eliminate because of the AI agents?
So for me, I want to say I was able to enhance the people around me because I became more efficient. So I was able to enhance the team since I've been using the AI on an everyday basis. So I haven't eliminated anyone yet, but I know that it makes me more efficient and I enter the meeting and I enter the day with more purpose and more determination because I see what needs to be done.
So when you say that you enhanced and that you're able to contribute more to your employees, what do you specifically mean by that? Like how is the AI making it better for you?
Like, so when they come in, I know exactly what I want done. I'm not guessing. We're not thinking, overthinking. We're not wasting time brainstorming. It's, I want to schedule the day. So when I walk in the office at 8 o'clock, I know who needs to be where. At 4 o'clock, I need to know who's leaving, who's staying. I'm not asking a person to schedule that for me where it's, when they get to it or they may miss something. I'm walking into meetings more efficient than ever. I
Yeah,
know my
he's using the agents different than the physical people that's at the job. He's not going to replace them. But when it comes to, say, for instance, he needs to put out email blast to different businesses to solicit business, he could use one of his agents and just say,
yeah.
listen, put out a 30-day
I'm not
and let the agent actually produce everything. He can upload images and
Yeah, I'm not asking someone who works for me to email anything. That's over with. I'm not asking. I'm good.
So you're saying it actually takes simpler work away from the physical person and has them doing more of the manual things and has the AI doing the more repetitious work.
The more repetition work, and then we have a purpose. So when we go to work, we know what the room should look like, right? Because we sat and we said, okay, we use the AI to give us we take a picture of the empty room, we tell it this is what we want. So we sit down and we talk through it. So it just made us more efficient on what needs to be doing. For me as a business leader, like I sent Erik something. It has made me, it challenged me more. It made me had to sit down and realize that, man, I got to perform better because you got to be careful what you ask the AI because the answer you get back, you may not like it.
Wait. Explain that. Not to interrupt your wisdom. Explain that. What you mean?
Well, I'll ask the AI how you thought I performed today, or I've been doing this for 25 years, so when it looks at me like, bro, you have no excuse. I can't feel sorry for you. I can't, like, what's wrong with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes you got to look into yourself and say, man, like, the other day I asked it, I'm 50 years old. I have certain things, I accomplished certain things, where I stand. First of all, the first thing it told me that I hit 70% of my life expectancy. So at 50, I'm 70% down.
but it also did say, because I looked at it, it did say also, but if you in shape at this stage right now, you out of those odds.
But we're still I'm close to 70.
Let's
So
put 10% on that then.
You
Fuck
not
that.
wait. You say you 50. You is not close to 70. Oh, you mean 70%?
70% of our life expectancy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but that made me want to make sure I stay as healthy as I can.
Mm-hmm.
It made me to work harder, build my legacy more, and just not take time for granted as as sometimes we do, because I'm human. You know what I'm saying? We take life for granted. We take things for granted. And I didn't realize my accomplishments until I started feeding them into the AI. I'm like, they're like, yo, bro, whoa. I never looked at myself the way I just never looked at myself like that. It was just me head down working, and as I'm feeding pictures and feeding things I'm confident, you can't lie to the AI, right? If you lie, you're gonna get back what you say. So I tell it my faults. I told it my challenges, and we're working together to see how can I best get to the ultimate person I need to be for my family and for my business. So it's been a great divide, and my thoughts is personal. I'm not sharing it with other business leaders right away. So I have a business idea. I don't have to get what I need to get from other people first. So when I walk into a meeting, I'm confident. I'm more confident than ever of what I'm talking about, my numbers, and what I want out of this deal. And if I don't get it, I'm out. I'm not even second guessing it. And that's everything I do.
If I find it interesting that you say you're not just benefiting from it economically and just for your business, but mentally, you're actually benefiting from it. Being able to help you with your health, being able to help you be more confident in certain things. These are things that people don't think about when they think about the AI. They think about how the AI is going to take over the world and destroy everything, right? They don't think about how it could be actually a benefit to them. So I really find that interesting. What would you say to a person that is in a business, not such as yours, but just in a business in general, that is thinking about using AI? They have no idea what they're going to use it for. What would you recommend them, or would you recommend them anything, or what would you tell them from your experiences?
I mean, first of all, you can ask AI everything in the world. If you're not performing, it means nothing. So don't ask anything that you're not willing to get up and do. AI is not going to move your arms, legs, or anything. So if you're not going to move on the command you give it, is pointless. But for those who will move, it's a tool that you have to use as a business. You have to be able to figure it out and use it to your advantage. There's so many questions I have that I ask. There's so many um, marketing tools that I'm able to use. I'm doing 4 or 5 things at the same time, and like I said, no one's complaining. No one boyfriend is why you working late. I at 3 o'clock in the morning, I get an idea. I'm like, yo, let me think of this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a game changer for me. I have to perform. It's intimidating because after a while, like if we have this conversation next year and I'm in the same position I am right now, I have failed and AI means nothing. So that means I have to look at myself and say, yo, I gotta just bow out because I don't want this, because everything is in front of me. I have all the tools to succeed. So if I'm at this point next year, or I haven't grown next year, then I have to look at myself in the mirror and say, maybe I need to, figure this a different path out because I'm wasting time. Straight up. It's a hard conversation. To me, AI has given me like hard conversations with myself, with my business, structure. Like, you'll ask it to schedule your day for you, and then when it does, and you realize, damn, I ain't never had no schedule like this. You like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what have I really been doing? You feel what I'm saying? Imagine if I
Yeah.
implement this now. Wow, I got here, my discipline, and my schedule looked nothing like this, and I achieved all this. Wow, let me try to do it this way a little bit now and see where it gets me. So, I mean, to each his own, but I love it, and I bumped into the system I use, Centra. I don't want to. I ain't on nobody payroll, but I bumped into that. So but I bumped into it because of Erik and Erik consistency.
Hold on, Dwayne. Hold on, yo, not to interrupt you, Dwayne. Is y'all thing breaking up? Are you breaking up?
No, not mine.
Y'all are not breaking up.
Mm-mm.
All right. Say that part again, Dwayne. I'm sorry, mom was breaking up. I wasn't
Yeah,
sure if it was everybody. You said
but,
you said you bumped into what?
sometimes in business we like to portray ourselves as like gurus of things. I bumped into it, but I bumped into it with the consistency of what Erik was always saying about AI and business, and his consistency to believe in it. I'm like, all right, I gotta pick it up. I gotta pick it up. So this one I bumped into it, but it's been a game changer. So if the one I use don't work for you, maybe try another one. But I think if you're in business, you have to do it. But like anything, you have to apply it. There's three people you can't lie to: a lawyer, a doctor, and yourself. If you give the AI false information about what you're trying to do and what you're doing and who you are, that doesn't work for you neither. I'm sure Erik, will tell anybody that. That's the first thing you do. You can't, what you feed it is what is going to get back to you, right, Erik?
Yep, garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage in, garbage out. So I try to be real as it, when I'm a day that I ain't do nothing, I'll say, yo, I ain't do nothing today. And it's like, why? What's wrong with you? you know? Like, do you really want this? Like, it'll ask me that. Like, do you really want this? Or are you just going through the motions? You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not telling me that because of it knew me 20 years ago. It's not telling me that because it likes this or it doesn't like me. It's telling me that because what I'm feeding it and what I'm producing not adding up. And it's like, bro, it's not adding up.
That's crazy. So with you having this relationship that you have with the AI, right? What don't you tell the AI? What is it that you, because it sounds like you have a great relationship with what you're doing with the business. Do you tell it personal information? Do you give it your social security number, ask it to do a credit check for you? Like what don't you use the AI to do, and what don't you feed the AI?
I mean, I don't do that. I feed it everything except personal information somewhat. I mean, you got to be somewhat personal with it because you can't ask someone to fix you or fix something if they don't know what they're fixing and what the problem is. So, I just went to DMV today. I gave them my goddamn social security number. What's the difference?
That's true. So you feel comfortable. So you would feed the AI like AI. We're gonna bring up AI Eric's new music video. But so you would feed the AI your image and allow the AI to create images for you with your clone voice as well.
If I have to and if it makes sense, you know what I mean. Like you can't. Yeah, yeah.
You have to be careful with that part, though.
You know what I'm saying.
When you get, right now, I don't think that you should be giving your social security information, particularly because GPT-5 has already been jailbroken 24 hours after they actually released it. And you got to know which one. And actually, Centra is using ChatGPT. I think they're using 4.1. So the thing about the agent thing is that's going to be the future. But right now, the giving up your credit card information, I wouldn't do with the agents right now because I don't believe they're ready. And they even admit that they're not ready. And even Sam Altman said, don't go all in, which he meant don't be giving them like all your information like that. But the whole thing about agents, that is their job to end up doing things and buying things and doing transactions. It's just not 100% safe right now.
Yeah, but like I said, I haven't put my social security number in it, my personal thing, but it knows I'm married, know how many kids I got. It knows
They know everything about you.
yeah, it knows
Yeah.
some thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But it's not, I haven't given my social security, no banking, nothing like that. And
But they already know it anyway, though, to be honest with you. They already know that shit.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, Dwayne, because a lot of people that don't know how to use AI, I have a lot of people that I've clients rather that have tried to use AI and they haven't been able to get the results that they want. Now we know about training in AI, but everybody doesn't necessarily know how to train an AI. What did you do to train your AI? Did you go into the settings and give it your bio and do things like that, or did you just was consistently using it and then it eventually just knew things? How did you train your AI to know you?
well, first thing that I didn't realize is that, like a hip hop artist, I got a catalog, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still catalog. So, and I don't say that with any kind of like cockiness, but I what I'm feeding the AI is different from what a new person's feeding the AI. I'm feeding the AI 25 years of pictures, images, talks, conversations. Like, so, I like I said, I don't use the AI to build results. I use the AI to streamline and build results in the sense of getting to the next level. But yeah, I think everyone's different. You got to know where you are in your business and know how to use it to be effective for you. So it's going to do results for me because I have everything that I need. It just makes it all nice and pretty for me, you know?
So you was able to just upload it, and it just was like, all right, this is enough information I need. I got everything that I need.
Yeah, I keep uploading information every day, every day, every day, every day. And then it asks me questions. You know what I'm saying? I'll upload pictures of something I did 20 years ago to prove that, what I'm saying is real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying, as you guys know, I'm sitting on tons of pictures. Like I put a picture of Hillary Clinton and the Prime Minister of Jamaica and Bill Clinton, and it's like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it just reading me now. So I just feed it the knowledge. So you have to tell it what your dreams are somewhat. You have to tell it what your goals are for it to help you. But that's no different with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm married to a lawyer, so what do you think lawyers, their number one thing is non-disclosure, right? So you were talking to a human being and they wouldn't take out there and run with it anyway. So it's no different. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's just, so I would use it. I tell anybody, use it, ask questions, but you got to perform and you got to be ready for the answer you get.
It's funny you talk a lot about performance, right? So we know just from doing business that there's a lot of people on different levels, I'll say, right? When it comes to performance or doing anything, right? So if I'm just an average person who doesn't necessarily have a business, but I do want to be better, I do want to better my family, and I do want to perform more, what would you suggest as far as, I wouldn't say using the AI to get better, but building a relationship mentally to be able to connect with something like the AI to push yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is get up, work, and network. The AI can't network from me. I got to get up and I got to network. So it depends what business you in, but in my business, I have to get up and got to network. When people come in the double door, I still need people to serve. I still need a greeter. I still need a doorman. I still need someone to help clean, take out the garbage. So for me, I, I don't know if I can't answer that question. I just know how to work and perform. Um, so AI or no AI, I was gonna get this done. It just helps
Mm-hmm.
me be more efficient, and it just almost checked me. I was able to check myself through AI. You know what I'm saying? As I
Mm-hmm.
older and became more mature in my life, I was able to check myself through AI.
And real quick, if you don't mind, we're gonna have the link at the description for the actual AI that Dwayne uses. We'll have the link in the description. Do you mind telling people the AI that you use and the type of agents that it has?
I think it's called Centra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it has, so I have 12 different agents. I have a personal business development agent. I talk to him daily. What he does is, we shoot business ideas back and forth. I tell him what I'm thinking for the day. It gives me, you know, options. I have a personal development one, which I talk to daily too. Hey, you know, put a picture of myself. What I need to fix. Is what I need is my suit looking good today. Is I got the proper business suit on. You know what I'm saying? My social media one, I feed images into the brain, so all it do is takes it and it just sends out posts without me even knowing. I use one That's called Pen. Pen writes all my emails, write all my marketing material for me. We go back and forth, write the script. I have about 5 podcasts tucked away, script and everything. I can do 5 podcasts, and I'm developing one called Family Business with my wife and kids. So Pen has helped us develop the scripts. We have scripts already in the bank. I have one that helps me with sales. I have one that's my personal virtual assistant. You know, she'll do emails, she'll schedule me in the calendar, she'll call someone, she'll text someone. Yeah, man, it's been great. I've been using it for like 3 months, and it's been the best thing that I've had in business in a long time, without a doubt.
So you have 12 agents. Do you pay individually for each agent, or is it like a package deal?
I pay I paid a bundle fee. I paid the bundle fee. And it's been worth it because the things that I have it do for me, I would have had to pay someone like at least at least $50,000 over the last 3 months.
Wow, that's a lot of money saved. I could imagine how much money you saved. You talking about $50,000. Can you give us one thing that you would say you would have normally had to pay for that the agent saved you the money on?
Speech writing, developing a podcast.
But even the SEO work.
The SEO work. Not only because I put in my my SEO. That's one of my biggest. I love that one because I asked it to give me everything. I fed go through my website, tell me everything was wrong with it. It gave me a report. Then I asked it, how much is this going to cost for me to get done? It gave me the amount it should cost, how many days. It told me if someone says this is going to take 1 day, go away because they're not telling you this is 1 day project. So I mean, so not only it saved me money by me not having to hire someone to go do a SEO report, then it saved me money because when the person that's gonna fix the website for me, I know I'm giving them everything that's wrong with it. They're not telling me, oh, Dwayne, if you get rid of 4 bugs, nah, homie, fix 5 bugs, bro, and I'm not paying you more than this because this is what. Boom. So yeah, man, I'm documenting a building in Mount Vernon going up on McClellan Parkway, and every week I talk to the AI on what shots I should be looking for. I show it how's it going. Take pictures, put it in. This is what I see. We develop a podcast out of that. We got 10 episodes ready to go on building a building. So I would have never oh my God, development, like the things you can develop and don't have to release and don't have to worry about, who's taking it and where or who's doing what. Is if you're a creative person, the AI is just, it helps you keep things inside until you flush it out a little better and then release it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It's like your confidant, but at the same time, your planner.
It's your confidant, your planner. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I no weirdo shit. I love people. I'm always gonna be around people. I don't see myself I know it's dangerous, right? Because you can, my wife thinks I'm crazy. Like, yeah, you love that thing. I said, I don't love it, but it's close to me. You know what I'm saying? But I could see where listening to Erik, where it could be dangerous and it could be faulty, but that's like anything in life. You know what I'm saying? Too much of anything and not understanding who you are can cause you to go overboard. So, I mean, listen, I'm trying to learn it and trying to get better day by day and just try to make my life better. But it's a great tool because it just helped me become a better person, over the last 3 months. I feel it because, like I said, man, when it gives you a schedule and what you need to do, and when you realize I ain't do nothing that this AI told me, it's like, do you really want to be coached? Do you really want to win? You know what I'm saying? It's like when a coach say, "Yep, here's the play," and you constantly dribbling the ball out of bounds. Do you really want to be on this team? Are you really that guy? that's the biggest thing for me. Like, I had to ask myself, yo, you really want to be that guy? Yes or no?
So I really appreciate you, Dwayne, man, breaking this down to us. A lot of people out here, they don't know that these tools exist, and let alone don't know how beneficial they are and how much they've changed your life. So we really appreciate you giving us experiences with you. Is there anything you would like to tell the people, or any events that you have coming up before we get out of here, that you might have coming up that you want them to know about?
So you did mention I became the co-president, co-chair of the Mount Vernon Business Alliance.
Oh, we got to clap that up, clap that up, clap that up, clap that up. Congratulations, congratulations. So
Ran it for a couple of times, which because we did it together, and hasn't been done in a while. And then I think with maturity, and growth, I'm able to. Because when you be a leader, it's rough. Because I'm a wild child still. I still work on myself every day. So when you leadership is not an easy thing. But our business district has to, everyone has to win. Double Door can't win if the whole city's not winning. So whatever I can do to help other business succeed, that's where I need to be. So we have a breakfast coming November 18th at Double Door, 29 Elm Ave. We call it the Double Door Breakfast, where we just sit, a couple of people, business people, politicians, influencer, whoever you are, come through and network. And yeah, man, just take it day by day. As you know, guys, I've been doing this a long time, so I appreciate the love and support. It's a balance, Double Door is in its 7th year of
7 years.
years. When we opened it, COVID came and almost destroyed the whole operation. So we survived. We survived COVID, and we survived the onslaught of new business after COVID. So
yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that on another show, by the way, because
my after COVID was serious. Like, I'm gonna tell you this quick thing, fellas. Like, listen, I already invested, which I know, a lot of money, a lot of time in Double Door. And after COVID, there was an onslaught of different things came out, and I couldn't make that transition with 4 kids, 2 about to go, one, 2 in college, 1 about to go to college. And I just couldn't make the transition and automatically be an influencer. You know what I'm saying? Or automatically, like, I had to stir the ship a little bit. So that was a rocky, we still have battle scars from COVID as a unit, as a company that no one talks about. So that the AI has helped balance COVID out for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the AI help now is giving us is a great equalizer to COVID for us as a company.
Have you come up with a way to pivot if another COVID or something like that happened again?
We just how you pivot? What do you do? We was all frozen. You know what I'm saying? So you just hopefully you if it's a health thing, you just hopefully you're healthy enough to live. The money will be there, the money will come. I mean, you realize that it's about health and family, and especially as I get older. So I mean, I don't even think about it. Fuck it. I mean, excuse my French. We all just got to deal with it when it comes. I don't know who, it may be COVID time 50. So 50 million. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would be enough? We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I just got to stay focused on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm trying to get up, clean the building, and hopefully get through the day by day.
All right. Well, we really appreciate you, Dwayne. Before we get up out of here, is there anything you want to tell the people?
Nah, just November 22nd, 2 p.m., Mount Vernon Library. Be there, be square.
So let me break these dates down real quick. And we're also going to leave the dates in the description. So we have November what, E?
November 22nd, 2 p.m., Mount Vernon Library.
November 22nd, 2 p.m. at Mount Vernon Library. And Dwayne, we have November what, 18th?
November 18th, 7:30. 7:30 a.m. Double Door, 29 Elm Ave, the Double Door Breakfast, hosted by the Mount Vernon Business Alliance. Tomorrow's election day. Go vote. Go vote. Go vote. That's a whole.
Go vote. Go vote. What's this for? This is for city council? What's it for?
Just in general, vote. There's I think your show is worldly, so whoever's seeing this, vote, right? They could be in.
Well, what I'm saying is, what's the
New,
voting for
New
tomorrow? What are
York
they
City
voting
for
for?
the mayor. New York
Oh, for
City
the
is
mayor
for
of
the
New York
mayor.
City?
And the
Okay,
mayor, New York City, but Westchester's county
County legislator, county exec,
county execs, councilmen, all that shit.
Judges and all that.
Yeah.
all. You know what I'm saying, so just
So
flex.
make sure your voice is heard, people. You understand that, your vote does count, especially in these small towns, in these small cities. Your voice does count. And who, once again, we talking about the slave master and you complaining about who's in charge. Well, this is your chance to try to pick someone that you might think might benefit you. But you also need to start doing your own investigations, man. So once again, I got AI Erik and Dwayne Brown letting y'all know they're giving 2 events that are benefiting you. So whether you're in business or you want to get in business, you can go learn about AI, learn how to use it to benefit your business, and then you can go to Dwayne and actually network with other business owners so that you can then start to merge with other people, just like the Magnificent Seven is doing, right? To better yourself. So it's time to stop making excuses, get out there, and let's get it together.
And
Once
shop
again,
small. It's Thursday. Shop small. Thursdays. Shop local. Coming up, support small local business where your shop is. Support local business. It's what keeps the community going. What keeps people going.
Sidebar that you said that. Anyone that knows me, I haven't made this announcement yet, but I'm gonna make an announcement right now to the public. The store that I have on First Avenue is sold. I no longer have that store. It is sold. My new store is now on 241st at the old check cashing place. If you're looking to do some print work, whether it's custom t-shirts, clothing, branding, anything that comes to print, you already know. That's what we do. But that's where you can find us at the old check cashing place. But we will really appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody tuning in to stay in tune.
Peace.
Make sure that y'all tune in next week. We're going to be dropping some more jewels on y'all. And as always, let's get it together. Stay in tune, baby. Peace.
Peace.
Peace. Red cup.
Boom. All right, that was good.